Hey guys, it's Senpai Satine. Welcome back to my channel. As you can see in this video, it looks a little different. So I recorded the video for this right after I did my Vampire LEgacy cast. So that's why we're still in the cast mode here. But as you can see, there is a footage of me, but there is no sound with it, which is why this is a voiceover. I had a little mishap when I was recording the cast video, and I muted my mic so that way I could move on to the could speed through some of the cast stuff, and I forgot to unmute my mic, and I recorded for 30 minutes before I realized it. So I'm gonna do a little voiceover of kind of what we're doing here. So right now I'm just kind of trying to find somewhere I want my sim to live. I think I end up landing on San Sequoia, the new world. And I tried to turn on the free real estate cheat, but it wasn't working for me for some reason. So I ended up moving into a small lot up where this kind of anchor is. So you'll see me trying to put in those cheats, and it's just not working, so I just kind of gave up on that whole notion. I was originally trying to go for a larger lot. You can kind of see the one I'm hovering over right here. I was trying to go for that one because I want to do this as a legacy, so I want to keep all my sims on this one piece of land here, but since the free real estate cheat didn't work, and I also think that one was occupied and I didn't feel like evicting anybody. So yeah, I just ended up moving into a small one. You can see me kind of struggling here to put in this cheat. I think I finally realized what I was typing in wrong. Alright, so we've loaded into our lot, and I just cheat my money down to 0 because I want to do this as a full legacy challenge. I then just make my sim, or I just give her a little house, and then I end up speeding throughing pretty much all of the day because there's really nothing to do since she's a vampire sim. So yeah, I just sped through. I also think I point out at some point there is a little black and white kitty behind me. That is my cat Ouija, and he'll probably be featured in a lot of videos because he just likes to steal chairs. Alright, so here I am trying to participate in the welcome wagon because I want to make friends with my neighbors, and just in case I need them since I am a vampire. But they just would not come under my roof. I could not get them to come over here, so I just ended up ending the welcome wagon and speeding through the rest of the night, or the rest of the daytime until it got to nighttime. Alright, so here is where the sun starts to go down in San Sequoia, and I thought because it was getting darker that, my vampire sim would be fine to step outside, so I have her go over here to collect this snapdragon plant. That's when I realized it is not safe to go outside. You have to wait until at least 8 o'clock in San Sequoia, in the springtime at least. I don't know about summer yet because I haven't gotten that far. But yeah, in the springtime, you gotta wait till at least 8 o'clock before you can take your vampire outside. The other thing I realized about San Sequoia that I don't really like is, there isn't a lot of harvestables. There's really nothing to harvest. Here I am just changing it to short lifespan because I don't want to play on long life or normal lifespans. I get too bored with it too fast, and I don't end up finishing legacy challenges and stuff. But yeah, anyway, San Sequoia, in this area at least, doesn't have a lot of harvestables. There's just kind of that one snapdragon bush by me. So I ended up taking her out and we travel. I think this is where I decided to travel to Willow Creek because I want to start gathering up my sims to keep in my basement. Because how I'm going to do this legacy challenge is I'm going to get her to seduce the wealthy men of The Sims 4. So Mortimer Goth, the land grabs, and a couple other I can't remember right now. But so I have her go over here to start romancing Mortimer Goth, and it doesn't go very well, because obviously he's married. So I just end up taking a few pictures with him, and this is before they fixed the cheat where, well, it wasn't really a cheat, but up until like last Tuesday, so May 30th maybe? I don't remember the day. Anyway, if you took pictures with your sim with another person, you could like get your your friendship or whatever, your relationship bar up like really high. So I decided to try and do that. But now that we can no longer do that because they fixed it, I had to figure out how else I'm going to do this. Just because I am playing on short lifespans, so it takes kind of a while to build up your relationship with Sims. So here I am trying to take those pictures with Mortimer Goth. We will see how this goes. Well, I know how this goes. We build up a relation, or yeah, like a friendship, but no romance because he doesn't want to be romanced. I was also kind of saying in this part that I really like taking pictures of my sim with townies because I am clearly like CC'd all the way to the ceiling and they're kind of just meh looking. So it makes me laugh to see them, and I keep all their pictures and like put them on my wall just so I can remember. I don't ever go and CC up the townies unless I am like using them for like romance or like marrying them. So like with this legacy, since I'm just romancing them and then locking them in my basement so they can paint me pictures so I can make money, I'm not going to worry about CCing them up because it doesn't really make sense to. You can see my flirtation here is not going very well. She is very embarrassed. I don't know why I tried again. I know it's not going to work. So, yeah, I don't know why I kept trying to romance him. I was like, this clearly isn't working. So I looked around. Since we were here for a little bit, collectibles and stuff started to spawn in. So I just walked around and collected those for a second while I was trying to figure out where I was going to go to next. Oh, here I am. I'm creating a club just to add people for me to romance. I think I call it Romance Club. Or no, I call it my basement club because I'm going to lock them in my basement. So, yeah, it's my basement club. And I put in some townies to romance. I put in Mortimer Goth, Bjorn Bergensen, I think that's how you say it. I mostly went with male sims. I don't think I put in any females this time, but I might after I don't need, or like after these townies die, I might put in some females. Just to see. And for some reason, the land grabs weren't showing up here, so this is who I have for now, and I put one of their club activities to be romantic with everyone, so that way it'll be easier to like flirt with and gain romance with them. So then I can lock them in my basement. And I'm using them, and I'm doing romance instead of just befriending them to lock them in my basement, because I want to produce an heir with one of them. I'm just not sure who yet. I'm also debating whether or not I want to have an heir with either Vlad or Caleb, the vampire sims, because then that will make my my heir a full vampire and she'll live longer, or they'll live longer, I don't know. So yeah, I guess we'll see where this takes us. If you have any ideas of how this should play out, or who I should like romance, put them in the comments. That would be really helpful. Like I said here, I'm just kind of looking around, finding things to harvest, and then I decide to travel again. And I think I end up traveling to Windenburg, because I know in some fishing spots there you can get some really good stuff to sell, and that's kind of just what I'm looking for right now. So, yeah, I'm just gonna wander around and collect stuff, and then we'll see once we travel where we're at. Before I went to Windenburg, I traveled back to my lot to see if there are any fishing things around here, and we're completely surrounded by water here, but there are no fishing spots. I really like Sand Sequoia. I think it's a really pretty world, and I really like the builds because they're done by other creators. My biggest issue is it's really hard to do rags to riches here. Like, there's no fishing spots in this area, there aren't any collectibles. It's just, it seemed like it was kind of a missed opportunity, especially since a lot of simmers play like rags to riches type things with like harvestables and fishing. So this is when I decided to travel to Windenburg, because in this area where I'm going to over these cafes, you can get some really good stuff. Like I saw James Turner, I think that's who it is. He fished out like a DJ booth from this area one time, so I'm just trying to see what I can get, to see if there's any harvestables, and maybe go into like the cafe or the nightclub or something to find some more Sims to romance. So here I'm just sending my Sim fishing when I notice she's really hungry. So I'm like, so I make her fish for a little bit, and then we end up going up to the cafe, because I saw people were like spawning in there and stuff, so I decided to send her up to the cafe to see who I could find to drink from and maybe romance. She was having a really hard time fishing because she is thirsty. And in here, this is where I spot Don Lothario, and he is my perfect victim. So we are romancing him, as you probably saw from the thumbnail. We are going to make him fall in love with us. We are going to then lock him in our basement and make him paint for us. Also, Vlad keeps popping in and out of here because Vlad is everywhere all the time for some reason. I don't understand. I think the next time I record a video, I'm going to move my webcam, because you can't really see what's going on when my face is right there. But we'll see what happens. So here I am just going up to him. Like I said, I'm still doing that thing where I can take pictures with him, because when this was recorded, it wasn't fixed yet, and it should not have been fixed. I don't know why they did that. So here we are just taking some pictures with him, and then there's that guy from Strangerville, just, Strangervilling around, I guess. Again, my sim looks hilarious. I think because I have some eye presets, though, some of the townies have like CC eyes because of the presets, so hilarious. I love it. I don't know why I keep scrolling through poses. I just should have taken the pictures. It literally took forever. So, yep, now that we're friends, I'm going to drink his plasma, and I'm not going to ask. I'm just going to take, because I'm not a nice vampire. And then I sent her back after that to do a little bit of fishing now that her needs are a little bit better. I also didn't realize at this point it was getting to be 5 a.m. until like right now, when I was like, oh, we need to get home before she burns. Because that would not be good on the first episode to have my vampire sim burn to death. I'm going to work on trying to get her some of the vampire points so I can get her the bat one, because that'll be really helpful to move around. You'll also see here in like 2 seconds that I realized my mic wasn't on, and I got really disappointed. So that's kind of where the video ends. I hope you guys enjoy. Make sure you like and subscribe, and then follow me on Twitch. My Twitch is just Simpai Satine. Thanks.